shadows armed with a deadly purpose. The assassin, cloaked in anonymity, raised a weapon and, with a single calculated shot, ended the life of a man who had danced on the razor's edge between two worlds. Bradley Welsh fell, not just as a former champion, but as a beacon of hope extinguished in a city that desperately needed it. The city of Edinburgh, with its cobbled streets and historic charm, held a secret beneath its picturesque facade. It was a place where ancient stones whispered tales of a darker existence, where the echoes of criminality intertwined with the city's illustrious passerant of illicit activities pulsed beneath the surface, where the echoes of footsteps in narrow closes could signal danger rather than delight. Bradley Welsh, a man of complexity, had navigated these treacherous waters with a deftness that belied his pugilistic past. His life was a testament to transformation, from the brutality of the boxing ring to the nurturing embrace of community service. In the Holyrood boxing gym, young lives were sculpted, not just into fighters, but into individuals who could dream beyond the confines of their circumstances. Welsh's vision was one where the strength of a punch was matched by the strength of character. Yet the very streets he sought to change were the ones that conspired against him. The whispers of his past alliances and knowledge of the underworld made him a target in a city where alliances could be as perilous as they were profitable. In a world where debts were paid in blood, Welsh's life became a currency exchanged in a transaction of vengeance. The murder of Bradley Welsh was not merely the silencing of a man, but the unveiling of a city's hidden narrative. It was a stark reminder that beneath Edinburgh's grandeur, a battle raged, a conflict between the forces of light and shadow, of redemption and ruin. As the city mourned the loss of a hero, it was forced to confront the reality of its dual existence. In the end, the story of Bradley Welsh is one of profound paradox, a man who embodied both the fighter and the peacemaker, whose life was a bridge between hope and despair. His journey, cut short by a single bullet, leaves behind an enduring question. In the eternal struggle between good intentions and dark realities, can true change ever be achieved, or are we all bound by the unseen chains of our histories? The scene was set amidst the growing shadows of dusk, as the streets of Edinburgh lay nearly deserted. The evening light faded quietly, only to be shattered by the sharp crack of a single gunshot. Bradley Welsh, a man known for his past as much as his recent efforts for his community, collapsed on his own doorstep. Just meters away, within the sanctuary of their home, his young daughter waited, unaware of the tragedy unfolding outside. The sound of the shot echoed through the neighborhood, jolting neighbors effan by concern and curiosity. They found Welsh bleeding heavily, his life slipping away on the threshold of his home. Among those who gathered, one witness would later recount a fleeting glimpse of a man clad in a dark jacket, fleeing into the intricate web of Edinburgh's historic streets. Emergency services arrived with urgency, their sirens piercing the night. But despite their swift response and determined efforts, Bradley Welsh's life could not be saved. He was pronounced dead at the scene, a stark conclusion to a life that had seemed, to many, on the path of redemption. As the police secured the area, the grim reality of the situation began to seep into the consciousness of the city. This was not a random act of violence nor a mere altercation spiraled out of control. It was, as detectives would soon uncover, one of the most calculated assassinations Edinburgh had witnessed in years. The investigation peeled back layers of secrecy, revealing a contract worth £10,000 placed on Welsh's life weeks before the fatal night. The orchestration of this hit was traced back to figures deeply entrenched in the underbelly of Edinburgh's criminal world, individuals who thrived in the shadows, far removed from the community leader image Welsh had cultivated. The roots of this deadly plot were entwined with Welsh's past alliances and recent conflicts, which had positioned him against one of Scotland's most formidable crime syndicates. Despite his efforts to reinvent himself as a pillar of the community, his history with the criminal world had left an indelible mark. Sources close to the investigation disclosed that Welsh had been forewarned of threats against him. Yet, embodying the resilience of a man who had long battled in the fight game, he chose to remain defiant. This decision, however, set in motion a deadly chain of events. The meticulous planning behind Welsh's murder revealed the sophistication of organized crime in Edinburgh. Sean Orman, the hired hitman, was not a random choice but a 30-year-old career criminal known for his violent tendencies and a willingness to kill for a price. The sum of £10,000 secured his services for the fatal task. In the weeks preceding the murder, Orman tracked Welsh's movements, immersing himself in the minutiae of his daily life. He studied the layout of Chester Street, identifying the perfect moment and place to execute the plan. A stolen Ford Cougar played a pivotal role, its number plates altered to mislead any potential inquiry. CCTV footage would later capture this vehicle prowling Welsh's neighborhood, a predator circling its prey. The weapon, a shotgun, was selected with care and smuggled into Edinburgh as part of the elaborate plot. Every detail was orchestrated with chilling precision, a testament to the cold efficiency of those who had ordered the hit. The murder of Bradley Welsh was not merely a tragic loss for his family and community, but also a stark reminder of the enduring reach and relentless nature of organized crime. It exposed a city where shadows conceal not just the past, but the dangerous currents of the present, challenging the notion of safety and redemption in a world where the past can never truly be left behind. The relentless pursuit of detail by the authorities. Forensic analysts meticulously pieced together the fragmented evidence left in the wake of Bradley Welsh's untimely death. The burned-out shell of the Ford Cougar, initially thought to be a dead end, revealed traces of accelerant and fibers that could be traced back to a specific manufacturer, narrowing down potential sources of procurement. As the investigation unfolded, the distinctive tattoo seen by witnesses became a focal point. It was a unique design, one that could be linked to a specific individual within the city's criminal underbelly. Cross-referencing databases and interviewing known associates led detectives to unravel the identity of the shooter, a man with a history of violence and a reputation for ruthlessness. The city of Edinburgh, with its storied past and rich cultural tapestry, became a backdrop for a drama that seemed almost Shakespearean in its gravity. The murder of Welsh was more than a single act of violence. It was an event that exposed the intricate web of connections and rivalries within the city's dark underworld. It revealed the tensions between old loyalties and new betrayals, as those who once walked alongside Welsh found themselves caught in the crossfire of retribution and justice. You were mounted as they closed in on those responsible. The evidence gathered was a testament to the dedication of those who sought to restore balance and order in the wake of chaos. Each piece of information was a thread in a larger tapestry, woven together to create a picture of the events leading to that fateful night. The trial that ensued was a spectacle, drawing attention from across the nation. It was a moment when the facade of invincibility that cloaked the criminal world was stripped away, revealing the vulnerabilities that lay beneath. The courtroom became a stage where justice was pursued with fervor, and the voices of those who had been silenced found their echo in the proceedings. As the verdict was delivered, there was a collective sigh of relief from a city that had been holding its breath. Justice, though delayed, was finally served. The conviction of those involved in Welsh's murder sent ripples through the very fabric of Edinburgh's society, reinforcing the notion that no crime is perfect and no one is beyond the reach of the law. In the aftermath, the city began to heal, its people united in their resolve to honor the memory of a man who had straddled two worlds with such influence. Bradley Welsh in life had been a figure of inspiration and controversy. In death, he became a symbol of the enduring struggle between light and shadow, a reminder that even in a world shrouded in darkness, truth and justice will ultimately prevail. In the intricate dance between crime and justice, modern technology has emerged as an unyielding partner. In the shadowy underworld of Edinburgh, detectives meticulously pieced together a digital trail, a mosaic of data that would prove crucial in unraveling the web of deceit surrounding a cold-blooded murder. Cell phone data, silent yet telling, placed Sean Orman near the home of his target, Welsh, in the days leading up to the murder. This was no coincidence, rather it was calculated surveillance. The unblinking eyes of CCTV cameras captured the movements of a Ford Cougar, a vehicle whose presence was anything but innocent. As it prowled the streets of Edinburgh, it recorded moments of preparation, each frame a silent witness to the unfolding conspiracy. Yet it was the electronic whispers between conspirators that painted the clearest picture. In one exchange, a cryptic message spoke of 10 bags, a chilling euphemism for the £10,000 promised for the execution. Another message coldly referenced viewing the house, a euphemism for the sinister reconnaissance of Welsh's abode. Beyond these digital exchanges, social media offered another damning layer of evidence. Photographs surfaced depicting Orman with a distinctive tattoo, a feature that witnesses had vividly described. Meanwhile, location data from smartphones meticulously mapped out the planning stages of the assassination, each data point a step closer to the inevitable climax. The investigators' digital sleuthing uncovered the movement of a deadly weapon. A shotgun, its presence felt but not seen, had been transported across Edinburgh in the weeks leading to the murder. Its journey was traced through cell tower pings and corroborated by witness statements. Each digital breadcrumb, each electronic echo brought the detectives closer to the truth, illustrating that in an age of pervasive surveillance, even the most carefully orchestrated plots cannot hide their electronic footprints. The arrest began as dawn's first light broke over Edinburgh. Sean Orman was apprehended first, his capture marked by a dramatic police chase that concluded on the city's outskirts. A search of his residence yielded clothing matching descriptions from the night of the murder, a tangible link to the crime. As the investigation deepened, it unfurled a network of complicity, leading to the arrests of several others entwined in the planning and execution of the hit. Though Orman remained stoically silent during questioning, his co-conspirators began to fracture under pressure. One revealed the financial machinations behind the plot, while another divulged details about the procurement of weapons. The mounting evidence was formidable. Cell phone records, CCTV footage, witness statements, and forensic analysis from the charred remains of the Ford Cougar all pointed to a meticulously orchestrated assassination. Though the murder weapon eluded recovery, police found shotgun cartridges that matched those used in Welsh's murder. Perhaps most incriminating were the burn phones, devices employed exclusively to orchestrate the hit, their data exposing the full breadth of the conspiracy. Despite attempts to obliterate evidence, the digital trail had become indelible. The trial at Edinburgh's High Court commenced in April of 2021, nearly 2 years after Welsh's untimely death. The prosecution methodically unfurled their case, revealing new details that startled even those intimately familiar with the investigation. Cell site analysis demonstrated how Orman had stalked Welsh with unnerving precision, learning his routines and habits. Witnesses recounted sightings of the Ford Cougar as it ominously circled Chester Street in the days preceding the murder. In the end, the convergence of technology and tenacity in the pursuit of justice underscored a profound truth. In a world increasingly defined by digital footprints, the shadows of crime can be illuminated, and the echoes of conspiracy can be heard long after the perpetrators have tried to silence them. In the shadows of Edinburgh, a sinister contract had been forged. Transactions took place in the anonymity of suburban car parks and the obscurity of back alley meetings. A chilling narrative unfolded, revealing how Bradley Welsh's gym had been under surveillance, his family photographed, and his daily routine meticulously documented. A witness recounted Sean Orman's brazen boasts about the contract, claiming it was easy money. The evidence painted a portrait of a cold, calculated murder, meticulously crafted over weeks. Text messages uncovered discussions on the optimal moment to strike, the best routes for a swift escape, and methods to eliminate incriminating evidence. The most haunting revelation came from CCTV footage capturing Orman's movements on the day of the murder. He moved with a chilling calmness, preparing to end a man's life for a sum of money. The trial exposed the brutal mechanics of organized crime in Edinburgh, culminating in justice being served. Sean Orman was found guilty of Bradley Welsh's murder, sentenced to 28 years of incarceration. The judge characterized the act as a straightforward assassination, executed with chilling precision for a mere £10,000. Yet the verdict offered scant comfort to a city forever altered by the event. The murder of Bradley Welsh tore away Edinburgh's facade of respectability, revealing the evolution of organized crime within the heart of Scotland's capital. In the aftermath, the Holyrood boxing gym stands as Welsh's enduring legacy, providing hope to young people seeking a different path. The very streets where Welsh once trained troubled youth are now vigilantly patrolled by officers more acutely aware of the criminal currents coursing through their city. His murder marked a pivotal moment in Edinburgh's struggle against organized crime, compelling authorities to confront the sophistication of modern criminal networks. Ultimately, this was not merely the tale of a boxer gunned down on his doorstep. It was the story of a man who strove to transform his world, only to be ensnared once more by the darkness he believed he had left behind. Bradley Welsh's story is a stark reminder that in Edinburgh's underworld, the past never truly disappears, and redemption can exact a price that is all too often fatal. His death exposed the fragile divide between Edinburgh's respectable facade and its criminal core. In a city where tourists capture images of the iconic castle, contract killers plot their next move. Bradley Welsh's murder serves as a sobering warning that beneath the cobblestones and spires, a parallel Edinburgh exists, where life can be extinguished for the price of a used car. Beneath the surface lies a world where shadows linger, and the cost of redemption is steep, a reminder that the line between light and darkness is perilously thin.